Major markets have been experiencing massive sell-off, from the cryptocurrency markets all the way to the US stock markets. And one of the reasons behind this massive sell-off is because of the interest rates of the US government federal notes or bonds are increasing. This is potentially signaling that inflation might be delayed, as many of us have been expecting inflation to increase due to the massive government stimulus spending and money printing. So the question now is this enough to scare us out of our positions? No, I don't think so. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about VeChain and why I believe it still has the potential to 21x going forward. By the way, welcome back to Chibind Brothers. My name is Joel. Please allow me to ask you to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, as it helps us with the YouTube algorithm to get our message to a wider audience. VeChain is a cryptocurrency and blockchain project that aims to improve the collection and storage of supply chain data for businesses. At the beginning of February, I made a VeChain video where I explained everything all about the supply chain portion of VeChain, which I will link that video above so you can go check it out if you want to learn about all that. Because in this video, I would like to take a different approach, as I realized that most discussion around VeChain online as of now are all talking about only the supply chain part of VeChain, and they are completely missing the other portion of VeChain, which is that VeChain also allow developers to build decentralized applications or DApps on the VechainThor blockchain. And VeChain also has the ability of launching smart contracts, which for many of you that are familiar with smart contract know that most discussions about smart contracts usually are around projects such as Ethereum, Cardano, or Polkadot. So now, in this video, before we jump into the reasons why I am so bullish on VeChain, I would like to give credits to what I'm going to be talking about to two sources. And these sources were both found on the Medium website. And one of the articles was written by a VeChain executive, and a second article was just written by a third-party person. The first article from the VeChain executive goes on to present an issue that all blockchain are having, which is massive adoption. And I will go on to read straight from the articles some of these points that I want to illustrate in this video. So the first thing it goes on to say is that users, when using the public blockchain-based decentralized applications or DApps, are typically responsible for two things. The first one is that they're responsible for signing transactions using their private keys to invoke smart contracts functions. And the second one is paying crypto for the transactions to be executed and included in the public ledger. Now, why are they an issue? Especially reason number two. The problem is that users of these decentralized applications based on public blockchain will have to learn how the blockchain works, and they will have to acquire cryptocurrency assets, which will expose them to massive market fluctuation and insane market volatility, which is not efficient and ideal for the users. And it makes it hard for mass adoption of decentralized applications based on public blockchain. So VeChain proposed and integrated a new solution that they call a fee delegation as a service, or a Daas, D-A-A-S. The Daas will basically allow a seamless mass adoption of blockchain-based applications. So I will go on to read some of the benefits that this fee delegation as a service will provide. The first one is that the Daas allows projects to hide the complexity of paying transaction costs from their users entirely, significantly improving the user's experience and making them more able to be mass adopt. The second reason is it will make it possible to pay any VeChain ecosystem token for transaction gas fees on VechainThor blockchain, potentially creating genuine demand for the token and relevant DeFi services. Let's now make sense of everything I just said using two examples, as I'm pretty sure I started losing many of y'all. So before we get into those two examples, there is something that I would like to explain that I think is critical to understanding the remaining part of this video. So the VechainThor blockchain has two native tokens. The first token is the VeChain or VET token, which is used as a store of value. And the second token is the VTHO power token, which is used as a token for completing the transactions on the VechainThor blockchain. It's basically like the Ethereum gas fees. But in the case of the Ethereum blockchain, on the Ethereum blockchain, when you pay the gas fees, you actually pay those gas fees with Ethereum. But on the VechainThor blockchain, the fact that they divided it into two tokens, and with one token that is for store of value, and the second token is the one that is only and exclusively used for paying these gas fees. And also another thing is holders of the VET or VeChain token are entitled to the VTHO power token. So if you own VeChain, you will basically be generating some VTHO token passively at a certain rate, which I don't have the number exactly in my head, but that's how it works. And this VTHO token is what is going to be used in the transactions for the fee delegation as a service. The first example relates to a real life concept called a fee delegation. For example, let's say you want to use Microsoft Office product and you purchase a Microsoft Office product for personal use. So then you are basically the one who is in charge of paying for a one-time package fee or a monthly subscription. But let's say now that you're working for a company and you need access to Microsoft Office products such as Word or Excel so you can get your job done. Most companies usually have a bundle service product or a bundle contract with Microsoft, where Microsoft provide them a bundle of their products so that the company can allow their employees to be able to access these products, and the employees don't have to worry about paying the fees, but the company takes care of it. The employees only just access the products and get their job done. And the analogy here is kind of the same with basically being able to let users using decentralized applications without having to worry about paying the fees that is associated with launching the smart contracts that are used for maintaining the operations of these decentralized applications. As a second example, let's take an example of an insurance company. Let's say the insurance company wants to reward its customer for staying fit. What this company can do is this company can launch an app on the blockchain or a decentralized application. And with this app, what happens is that every user of the app will be assigned a unique wallet address. And so every time one unique wallet address goes into the app and does a check-in, and what happens with the check-in is that a smart contract is launched. And when a smart contract is launched, this smart contract, it is the transaction for launching that smart contract is being paid by the fee delegation as a service provider or the Daas. And then what the smart contract goes on to do is the smart contract goes on to check if the check-in was made at a location that corresponds to a fitness center. And then it goes on to check if the check-in was made during operating hours of the fitness center. And then it goes on to check if another check-in or how many check-ins have been done on that same day. And it collects all this data. And what happens is the insurance company can put in a threshold, let's say 100 times. So if the customer checks in 100 times at that location and all the criteria are met, then the customer will receive a certain monetary reward. And what happens is once you have 100 checks, another smart contract is now triggered on the blockchain, and then the same Daas or fee delegation as a service provider pays again for the transaction of launching that new smart contract. And then the same Daas also pays the monetary value of VTHO to the customer for completing the 100 checks in. And what happens is that money is deposited into the customer bank account, and what happens is the money is automatically converted from VeChainThor token into whatever currency of their preference, US dollar or euros. And then this basically allows the user to use the application without ever worrying about paying the gas fees and how everything in the background is happening, because everything in the background is happening between the Daas fee delegation provider and the VeChain blockchain and the insurance company. And so what happens is later on, the Daas or fee delegation as a service provider will mail in a bill to the insurance company in fiat currency. So it could be in dollars or in euros, of the equivalent of how much VTHO they have paid for transactions of that insurance company's customers. And the insurance company will pay them back their money. And that's kind of how this whole thing will pretty much work. And this is why I am so bullish on VeChain, because I think this integrated solution that they have added to the blockchain is big and is something that is just pure intelligence, and it's very smart, and it makes me very bullish, and I still believe, and I'm not getting scared out of my positions. No matter what, I'm in, and I know it will return some pretty good returns going forward. Now, if you would like to start investing into the cryptocurrency market but don't have a Coinbase account, you can sign up using our Coinbase link in the description below. And when you sign up and buy at least $100 worth of Bitcoin or any other crypto, we both get $10 worth of Bitcoin. Or if you would like to start trading into the stock market and don't have an account with Webull, you can sign up using our Webull link in the description below. And when you sign up and deposit at least $100, we both get free stocks. Or if you just want to do some passive investing, you can sign up for M1 Finance using our M1 Finance link in the description below. And when you sign up and deposit at least $100, we both get $30. Now, I hope that I provided you with enough value in this video. If that was the case, please allow me to ask you to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, as it helps us with the YouTube algorithm to get our message to a wider audience. With that being said, I'd like to say thank you, and I'll see you in my next video on Sunday. Bye.